Hiya friends, Prepared Suburbanite back with you. Well, we are one day away from a threatened ice and snowstorm here in Wake County, North Carolina. And this is what I do to get ready for it. I make sure that my generators are all fueled up and they started up. And I'll show you that right up here. And that's probably the first step in getting ready for an ice storm around here. So stick around and I'll be back with a little bit more detail on how we get ready for winter storms here in North Carolina. So as I said, the first step in our preparedness for this upcoming ice or snowstorm, whatever it's going to be, I've seen all kinds of different forecasts. It depends on where you go look, but I think the National Weather Service is now saying that we're going to get more ice than snow. And we may get a half an inch or so of ice accumulation during this. And what that means is we've got a very large choice or chance of making sure that you got to be ready for a power outage. Now, in the neighborhood where I live, most of the power lines have been buried over the last 10 or 15 years or so. Duke Energy has been on top of making sure that the above ground power lines in our neighborhood anyway have all been buried underground, and that's a good thing because you can tell by the woods all around us here that we've got a really big chance of having limbs come down and knock out power. But when you get out of our neighborhood and out onto the main drag, most of the power lines are above ground. And what you see on the main streets that lead into this housing development that we live in, that's where the power goes out, and it can be out for quite a long time around here. The longest I've seen it is for probably a good 5 or 6 days, and that was back in the big snowstorm of 2001 that we had here that dumped almost 2 feet of snow on us, and this place was paralyzed for weeks. Couldn't get in, couldn't get out, couldn't do anything. Schools were closed for at least 10 days, and the local guys around here, from where I'm from upstate New York, and most of the guys that live in upstate New York that have a pickup truck have a snowplow on the front of it, and a lot of them have contracts with local supermarkets and retail shops and shopping centers and places like that, that they can go ply their trade and plow them out. Down here, there is very, very few guys with pickup trucks and snow plows on the front. So what you do get is some very inexperienced guys trying to make do with things. What I saw during that major snowstorm that we had a number of years ago was that they would start at the front door of the supermarket, and they would just kind of go out this way and up this way and just plow it into big mounds, and a guy would go in there and park his vehicle, and 2 or 3 cars would come in behind him and they'd park their vehicles, and by the time the first guy got his groceries, which is usually bread and milk and eggs, so that he can make French toast, he had 3 or 4 cars backed up behind him in these single lanes that just went out and he couldn't get in, he couldn't get out, he had to wait for the other people. It was a mess. So having learned that lesson from a few years ago, um, it's best to be very prepared. That's why I make sure that my generators are topped off. I've got 2 inverter champion generators that we keep in reserve for this kind of a potential of a power outage around here. And I've got a couple of solar generators that we use, and we can get a good 8 hours running the freezers and refrigerators and stuff out of each one of those. And with the gas-powered backups for the Champion generators, I can make it through quite a long period of power outage around here. So just making sure that my Jeep is up to snuff and that we've got a full tank of gas, which we do, and making sure that we've got a snow shovel in the back in case we have to get out and we need to shovel out or anything, to make sure that we've got that snow shovel with us. And we've got enough emergency equipment with us in our bug out bags and get home bags and stuff that we just normally carry in the Jeep, that we've got food, we've got a change of clothes, we've got socks, we've got gloves, we've got extra clothing, you name it, we've got it all. So hand warmers included. So that's what we do to get ready for potential for nasty winter weather around here in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is the Prepared Suburbanite reminding you to be prepared always, and I'll see y'all on the next video.